If you suddenly had an infinite amount of money, what would be the first thing you would buy? Like 50 NVIDIA RTX 4092 train AI models along with computers. Maybe some H100s, but they are in such high demand. Probably better to let others have them. But yeah, tons of 4090s. Does anybody here have any interest in a course on AI from scratch? I'm working on one, but gonna need some people to test it if possible. Anybody want to watch my videos when they come out? DM me. They are gonna be really good, but I will need feedback for versions 2 and 3. I want to make them the best of the best. Infinite money, legitimately. Truly infinite money. I can never run out no matter how much I spend. A health insurance company. One who can't afford that. We cover everything. There's a $10 visit copay and a $5 prescription fill copay both way for people on the hardship plan. Every hospital in the world is in network. Infinite. Can't you just sneak around the cities and leave unsuspecting cash drops in people's mailboxes? Haha. A Ferrari is like the best car though. You need a racetrack to drive them at full speed. I would pay off my house and my vacation house. That makes me sound like a bitch to have to houses. But we bought at the right times. It's impossible to even buy one now. I would then have the biggest party on a private island and invite my true friends. And then buy each a house or pay off their houses. A house, a lovely furnished place that's got a nice garden and some spare rooms for visiting friends. A good accountant to help me with the legalities. A nice long vacation to see all the people I love most and all the places I've always wanted to go. I'd buy a vacation home. And then I'd buy all the medical debt in the US and forgive it. I'd also buy some logging land and try to rehabilitate the ecosystem on it. I was thinking in my state, but now I'm thinking maybe the Amazon would be more important. A mid-sized house. I don't get why millionaires buy big mansions. Just buy a mid-sized house with everything you want in it. But I would love to live in that 250 mil apartment penthouse in NYC. Just the right size. Property. A decent-sized home outside of suburbia with a yard large enough to do stuff in and a large workspace shop area and the tools to use in said shop. Big piece of property by the ocean or a lake. If there's already an awesome house on it, great. If not, second thing I'd buy would be hiring PPL to build it. A house on a large plot of land with a tall fence around it. My dog can now roam it the entire day, and I don't have to worry about her getting hurt. Find some kids who need clothes and buy them for them. Maybe get some people who want help off the street. I'll help myself later. Suddenly, at this time of night, the last of the pizzas from the shops around town. I guess if I want instant gratification. Easy, I'd buy all the big banks and then I'd forgive all their debt. You said infinite. Then I'd start buying soldiers, some non-fiat store of value just in case. Then I'd buy a nice coastal remote property somewhere and live out my days. The first thing I bought would be a fairly modest house with a nice yard for my son to finally have. A yard to play in. After paying all debts, the first thing I would buy would probably be medical care I have been making do without. Maybe Reddit Premium, so I wouldn't see the lottery ad directly underneath a question about having infinite money. A new PC. I'm running on an old laptop. My main source of income is that laptop. So number one. And new computer. My way out of all my debt. Then a house, then a car. Then build my parents' retirement home. And etc. I'd buy a Nissan Skyline GT-R 30 for V-Spectre and not make it look like the one into Fast to Furious. After a house, I would buy a Mooney N20 Ovation airplane. It's kind of a dream of mine to own. One of those fancy self-cleaning cat litter boxes so my dog stops trying to eat cat shit. I would take my dogs and cats to a 24-hour vet and get them all checked and cared for. Freedom from debt, has one person said. And then dice the Monopoly go ha. Hire some people and start a game studio to work on my first game. I live in nurse to care of my dad and take the strain off my mum. UCS Millennium Falcon Lego set. Priorities, people. Priorities. I'd tell my GF to quit her toxic job. And I'd take her to Italy. Tacos de al pastor y tacos de suadero with agua de limon. A magic lamp and then wish for an infinite amount of money. First, and most likely last, 100 pounds of cocaine. Some governments, so I could solve world hunger probably. Fox, and just have my naked but in 24/7 like Hypnotoad.